And disappointing test results promising to take center stage during tomorrow's Clark County School District Board meeting. The state recently receiving results back, and they are not what educators might hope for. Only 39% of the state's schools earn above 3 stars or above. In English language arts, only 40% of students from grade 3 through 5 are proficient, with the goal being nearly 70%. It drops even lower for grades 6 through 8, with only about 38% testing adequately. Math testing also revealing some concerning results. Less than 20% of 11th graders making the grade, and science test results paint an even more concerning picture, with students at all grade levels failing proficiency.